Special Report 453 document in front of the White House 94. Biden administration should stop the double-dealing scam and the hostile policies toward North Korea and should immediately withdraw the U.S. troops from South Korea. First, the double-dealing scam of Biden administration becomes more undisguised. At the day after the U.S. and China agreed to hold the summit, the Wall Street Journal reported on the 7th that U.S. special operation forces secretly carried out the joint military exercise in Taiwan, at least for 1 year. On the same day, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, announced the establishment of a China Mission Center, saying China is the most important geopolitical threat we face in the 21st century. Biden administration advocated the liberal democracy and the alliance diplomacy. But since his inauguration, they carried out all kinds of joint military exercises threatening North Korea and China. The ignoble double-dealing scams of the U.S. are especially revealed in the hostile policies toward North Korea. Second, the hostile policies toward North Korea are expressed intensively in the nuclear war maneuver to invade North Korea. Recently, the U.S. Department of Defense and the South Korea Ministry of the National Defense held the U.S.-South Korea Deterrence Strategy Committee (DSC) and participated in the tabletop exercise PTS, which is a preemptive strike training against North Korea, according to the tailored deterrence strategy. On October 7th, the U.S. National Reconnaissance Office stated that two new U.S. spy satellite systems went from concept to orbit in less than 3 years and provided insight into areas of North Korea, which provoked North Korea. The U.S. denounced that the weapon development and missile test of North Korea create greater prospects for instability and insecurity in the region and are unlawful. Whereas they announced that their test of a hypersonic weapon was successful, which reveals the deceptive diplomacy. Third, the double-dealing scam of the U.S. proves the nature of the U.S. imperialist invading forces aiming the hegemony. The U.S. brings forward the diplomacy and conversation between North Korea and the U.S., but in fact conducts the U.S.-South Korea joint military exercise to invade North Korea and plans to strengthen the nuclear power of imperialist alliance forces. The double-dealing actions of Biden administration are the dangerous aggressive scams that cause conflicts and division in the Korean nation and escalate the crisis in the Korean Peninsula and Asia. The essence of the diplomatic engagement is interference in the sovereignty of the Korean nation, and at the back of the rhetorical diplomacy, there are not conversation and peace, but confrontation and war. Biden administration should immediately stop the double-dealing scam, the hostile maneuver toward North Korea, and the nuclear war exercise for invading North Korea, and should withdraw the U.S. troops, which is the imperialist invading army, from South Korea now. October 11, 2021, in front of the White House in Washington, D.C., spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party